Hi, I'm Aaron, and I'm excited to walk you through the powerful new features in Ditto's 4.10 SDK release. This update is packed with improvements, giving greater flexibility, better performance, and support for new platforms. To see a full list of changes, check out the release notes linked in the description. Alright, with that, let's dive in. In June 2024, the React Native team announced they recommend using Expo when creating new React Native applications. Expo, if you don't know, is a React Native framework that allows developers to quickly build apps, adding new features like file-based routing while providing an easier path for keeping apps up to date with latest React Native versions and features. Anybody that struggles with updating a React Native app knows what I'm talking about. Why is this important? Well, with Ditto 4.10, we now support Ditto with new or existing Expo applications. This means you can build fast, scalable apps with Expo while leveraging Ditto's powerful sync capabilities. For step-by-step guidance, check out the React Native installation guide linked in the video description. The next feature I'd like to talk about is fine-grained control over user collection sync scopes. You're probably asking, what is a user collection sync scope? Well, this is a new powerful feature that gives you more control over how your data syncs across devices. Imagine you need certain collections to stay locally only on the device, or maybe you need some collections sync only to the cloud, or some collections need to sync exclusively with nearby peers. Now, you can configure this behavior easily with 4 flexible sync scopes. Let's go over those. The first one is all peers. All peers syncs with both big peers and other small peers. This is the default behavior. Big peers only. Big peers will basically sync to the big peer but not to other small peers. Small peers only is a collection that will only sync to small peers but not the big peer. And finally, local only is a collection that stays locally on the device. A pro tip, remember to set your desired sync scope on your collections before calling the start sync function. Personally, I love this feature. For example, if you need a draft document collection where users can work on content without syncing it elsewhere, you can now configure that easily without adding complex business logic to your application. I also find local only useful when writing unit and integration tests in my mobile apps I'm working on, because the tests may run parallel. For more information, see the documentation on configuring collection sync. A link is provided in the video description. One feature I think all developers are going to appreciate is the multi-threaded store observer improvement performance under load. In previous versions of Ditto, the Ditto store observers all ran on a single thread. For apps handling large amounts and volumes of data changes, this could cause things to slow down. With Ditto 4.10, store observers now run across multiple threads by default, significantly improving performance for high-load applications. This change ensures smoother data handling and faster updates. To learn how store observers work, check out the Reacting to Data Changes guide in the video description. Finally, I'd like to talk about Ditto Query Language, or DQL, and some new features that we've added in to make querying data easier than ever. One of the first features we added was pattern matching with like. The new like operator simplifies string filtering. For example, we may have a string that says select star from task or title like single quotation mark, audit, %, single quote. Now this works just like it does in SQL, if you're used to SQL, where this query would return all tasks where the title starts with the word audit. And this is perfect for partial matches in the search. Next, we added object operators for extracting keys and values. With this, we have 2 new functions that will make working with JSON-like objects even easier: the objects underscore keys and the object underscore values. The objects underscore keys will return an array of all the keys in an object, while the object underscore values will return an array of all values in the object. Finally, you can now use limit, offset, and order by and evict and update queries. Let's look at the following query. As you can see, this will evict the 10 most recently inactive users by using a combination of the order by and the limit clause. Links to the documentation of all these enhancements to DQL are provided in the video description. 4.10 isn't just about new features, it also includes critical bug fixes and performance improvements to enhance stability and reliability. I highly recommend updating to 4.10 as soon as possible to start taking advantage of these powerful new features. Whether it's improving sync performance, enhancing your queries, or leveraging Expo Support, this release has something for you. Thanks for watching. Look forward to seeing you in the next one.